He deserves greater. That man deserves the greatest of all things. We ought to be willing to jump right now for that man. We ought to be willing to do anything right now for that man. But you want to know why? It's our heart is down and it's out. We've lost. We don't believe we're really heirs. I don't think we're solid foundation right now, convinced 100% that we're heirs of these promises. I don't believe we're 100% got it and think for 100% for sure that we got these things coming in our lives. That we got the full tank of joy coming down the road as we learn and continue to get it. And tonight He wants you to leave knowing it's yours. He's wanting you to know He suffered for it. He suffered dearly for it. And He wants you to have it. But He wants you to know also that it's that persecution, those other things that's come against you, that's what's run your tank down. This is what's burned your fuel. You know, it's like a vehicle. When it goes up a hill, and I know Will, he can tell you, truck drivers, they can tell you, or when you're going up the interstate, you can watch them big trucks, they'll come down them hills about 100 miles an hour. And when they get to the top of the next, they do about 20. They run out. It's like they ain't got no get up. Well, I think the church is almost at zero. Almost at zero. They began the race at 100 miles an hour, running it wide open down the hill. The man would get to the top of this hill. And it's like there ain't no fuel left. Like there ain't no get up. But Jesus forewarned them. But He said, I'm going to send you something. I'm going to send you a gift. I'm going to send it. He's called the Comforter. He's called the Holy Ghost. He's called the Holy Spirit. And He will be the one that will work with you to glorify me. He'll be the one that will bring the Word to life. He'll be the one that will bring the powers. He'll be the one that will work through you and bring forth everything. He'll be the one that I'm going to send. But I got a group of people, and He knew it. He knew after He died that there was going to be a group of people, that there was going to be 120 up in a room that was going to get in one cord, one of mine, and He was going to send that gift down. And He was going to send that power down. And He was going to send that Comforter. That power that He knew that His believers needed because their tanks were going to be down, or they were going to be in shapes that they don't feel like they're full heirs of all the promises of God. Tonight, I believe almost everybody in this place is not 100% confident of all the gifts of God to be manifest in your life. If somebody died, I believe we'd all just probably pull back and say, I don't know if we can raise him from the dead tonight. Or somebody come in demon-possessed. I don't know if we go lay hands on them and say, get out of here, demon. Realizing that the powers of God that He's given to us, and beginning to use them and manifest them. He promised in the Great Commission that these things would follow those that believe. He promised these gifts to you and me. And this was the beginning drive and fuel for me back in November, December of 2007. God, where's that power? You promised it in my life. It's got to be me, God. What is wrong with me? What is wrong that I don't have this power that You promised in my life? What is wrong that I'm not full of joy? What is wrong with me that I'm not in the place that You promised me that I would have? What's going on, oh God? Well, tonight I think it's a lack of confidence. As we said, these scars and these wounds of hearts, they have run our fuel tank down. They run our confidence down. They run us down that we don't feel like we can do these things that He promised to us. And the enemy is on the other side, and he's laying down there saying, you can't do it. And we're believing Him. We're being persecuted by the enemy, being bound and jailed down by him, being held back in places that we have no desire no more to push forward in the things of God. Look at the churches today. Look at them. They're not full. They're not running over. The churches that are running over today are the ones that all they preach is prosperity. That's all they'll preach. Those that's preaching any truths or things, you watch the numbers go down in them. Watch it go down. That was never the intent. God wanted us to have that fuel. He said, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it. And I want you to know it before it comes so for me. And so that you'll know it was me. You'll know that I did it. I'm telling you now I'm going to do it. I'm going to send it. I'm telling you now. And there's many just like it was when He told the disciples. They were sorrowful in heart. There's some tonight that's sorrowful in heart. Your heart's heavy. You ain't got that fuel. You ain't got that get up. You ain't got that run like you had. Your tank is down. But He said right here, this is what I'm sending the Comforter. It's one of the reasons I'm sending it. That you can get your fuel back. That you can get your comfort back. That you can get all the things that you need. And no matter what persecution comes against you, no matter what the enemy casts against you, we preached this and talked about it many times. The spirit of error will always be in a church service. Now it's up to us if we want to grab a hold of it. And we want to let it pull us back. Or greater is He that's in us. And we can put it in its place. And tonight we should put it in its place. We should put that spirit of error. We should put those things that pull us down and leave here with our tank full. Leave here with some desires to go forward in the things of God. Leave here because this man have above all deserves everything that we can do for him. Do you not want to on the day when the judgment seat of Christ, do you not want to go in there with all kinds of gifts? Don't you want to pull up there with, wait a minute, Jesus, 10 more tractor trailers coming with all the things I done for you, Jesus. All of them I done for you, Lord. Or you just want to just get up there and say, I'm sorry, Lord. I was out of fuel. I just didn't feel like it. I had no heart. Didn't have no get up and go. Just didn't feel like it. Do we want to be that way? Or do we want to show that man how much we really love him and appreciate him? You know, we've always talked about you can't find in the Bible that you can't repay the Lord. We've said that many times. But what we got to do is obey and do the works that He says and do the things and build up treasures and glorify Him. Glorify His name. That's what it's all about, building it up. And tonight, if you ain't got no heart, you ain't got no get up and go, how much glorifying do you think you're doing for the Lord? How much power do you think you're manifesting out there and amongst the peoples and showing the peoples of this world? How much are you showing them? And it's persecutions, just like here. Acts chapter 8 is where I'm going to go to next. Verse 1 through 8. I'm going to read to you. It's about Saul. They just killed Stephen. And you ain't going to get a person. Now Jesus done warned that they would kill him. He done warned. He said, you're going to be killed. And this was the first martyr of Stephen. Jesus said it was going to come to pass. He said it years before, or months before it ever come to pass. He brought about it. 80 years probably in John. He said that they're going to be killed. They're going to kill you thinking they're doing God's work. What was Saul doing? Which became Paul. He truly thought he was doing God's work. He thought beyond all things that he was doing the works of God, persecuting Christians and killing them. But look on down and let's read how the powers of God were still manifested. And why were they? Let's listen to what the Word says. Acts chapter 8 verse 1. And Saul was consenting unto his death. And at that time there was a great persecution against the church which was at Jerusalem. And they were all scattered abroad throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles. And a devout man carried Stephen to his burial and made great lamentations over him. As for Saul, he made havoc of the church, entering into every house and hailing men and women, committing them to prison. Therefore they that were scattered abroad went everywhere preaching the word. Then Philip went down to the city of Samaria and preached Christ unto them. And the people with one accord gave heed unto those things which Philip spake, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did. For unclean spirits, crying with a loud voice, came out of many that were possessed with them, and many taken with palsy that were lame were healed, and there was